Hello, Dogfather Plus here again to go ahead and show you a little something. So I haven't seen my girl in a while, but I'm happy to see you, girl. So one thing, like I said, speed, having your step-by-step process, and then knowing what to do, what brushes to use, how to brush her, and what to get to. Because right now I see she's a little tangled, and I don't want to go ahead and trim her like a rat. I want to give her a nice trim. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and do what's easily for me to do, which is trimming around the feet. I mean, underneath the paws, doing the sanitary, and then I'm gonna get to the brushing. I already cleaned the ears and bathed her, so let's get to it. You gotta go light-handed with certain dogs, depending on the type of coat they have. Her coat's very soft, so you don't have to go ahead and press on it. The blade goes straight through it. At the same time, going over and over with it, you might scratch her paw up, and she probably might feel like a razor burn. Like when we go short on our haircuts, we would sometimes feel that. We know the barber ain't trying to hurt us, but sometimes they got that heavy hand. Second, I got that. Go ahead and switch it up. Always making sure you know what blade you're putting on your machine, so you're not over there slipping. So I'll go ahead and blow that so I can get my space in between there. And I already saw how messy she gets, so I know what to do to avoid that. She wants to move that way, that's fine. I use my other hand, shake her up, bend down. I know what I'm trimming now. Then I stand her up, up, up. I still give her that command so she knows what I'm doing because a lot of times they already like anticipate, but sometimes they're like, oh shoot, my bad, I forgot about that. So there we go, making sure I'm not scraping her nipples. Some dogs don't have them that big, but she does. So then I go with the brushing. As you're brushing, you don't go so rough. Depending on the type of coat the dogs breed, they have different type of skin. She has sensitive skin. It's very soft when I'm touching it. As I'm brushing, I'm trying to brush the coat. I'm not trying to do too much to her skin. So I go in there and I push out, kind of like I'm gonna fluff my hair like that. Boom, boom, boom. Good, good. When I saw her coat, as I felt her, I'm like, oh, looks a little intimidating. That means that I might have to put a little more extra work on it, and the service changes a bit when it comes to the different type of tools I did, or the estimate price that's already given due to these little things. Why? Because we didn't want to go short like the rat. We wanted to have a fancier haircut, so we do those things. So of course we always have to let them know ahead of time some of the things that we might go through, because then they'll give you the choice. And I'm speaking about her pet parent. They have the option whether to go ahead and pay that little extra to make it possible for them to have a coat style that they like, or say, you know what, man, let's just start all over. Let's not make it too difficult on her. So of course, with the way I've worked, I know how to come around it where a dog won't be like, come on, man, like stop, like that hurts me, man. And I'll know how to come around that. So right now, I'm keeping it soft. She moved here this way, I grab her this way, and I keep going softly. Section by section. I'm not gonna go here and then stop and go over here and then come back now. The only reason I'll do that is if she's over there twisting and turning, and then I start confusing her. I start having her brain work a little more. So eventually she's like, ah, you know what? Man, I'm gonna let her do what he got. I'm gonna let him do what he got to do. So there we go. We almost there. Stop. Like I said, it's always good to have certain skills, being able to work with both hands, being able to work under pressure, being able to go ahead and take care of the situation. If anything arises, being able to know how to go about it. I stand her up like this. It's always important to wear your mask so um, you don't inhale this hair, stuff like that, or sometimes it gets in your face and it starts itching and you start just like not focusing. So um, it's my responsibility to go ahead and think about the future and my fellow groomers out there. So um, I hope that in due time I can go ahead and introduce you guys to some of the products or um, tools that will help you work a lot more comfortable and be confident about the the life that you have in your career. So, I can't be doing this when I'm 80. Now, a lot of us say, "Oh, my dog's hypoallergenic; it doesn't shed." I get you. I know what you're saying, but that coat may not fall, but it sticks. So at the end of the day, if you keep you brushing your dog, you're gonna avoid having these tangles, and she's gonna live more comfortable. You'll have a peace of mind to know that she's looking clean, that she feels good, and even then you might be like, "Oh shoot, I mean she feels nice and soft, but I guess it's time to call the dog father." So I'm almost there. I'm climbing up to the face. The face is still kind of damp. You always have to make sure that when you work on a dog like this, when it comes to the condition of their coat, that they're nice and crispy. Because if they're a little damp, now you might pull their skin, and they might have sensitive skin that you might tear that skin up, and now you're done. So right now I'm working on speed, making sure that time's going by smoothly, that she's not getting upset, and I'm doing what I gotta do. When you're brushing their ears, make sure you grab the ear flat. You're not just pulling. So you could pull her skin like that too. So I want to show you something. Through my brushing, look at all this. Look at all this undercoat. Oh, my dog doesn't shed. My dog's hyperallergenic. Look at that. That's thick. But using the right tools, you can make stuff happen. So now I go with what did it say? Comfort for me and her. So I got to get around the armpit. I'll use this same type of brush, but just different different size. And now I could get in there and not mess her up, not scratch my fingers with the brush. Yeah, I got it right there. Go back to the ear. As I'm brushing, I'm also coming down till we're done. So I'm doing that. Good. I know for all y'all ladies, You could this takes you back to when your mom used to comb your hair and you used to be like, ah, mom, ah. So you gotta remember those times. I mean, I had a ponytail here and there in my days when my hair was right, and I remember I had to take it easy too. So you gotta remember that you can't go too rough on certain dogs, especially when you're brushing them. So there we go. There we go.